Hello everyone, and welcome to our new video format, which is Going the Distance. So when we first broke from school, I started a video series called Taking the Stairs. And I started that series because that was really just a social experiment on my part. I wanted to see how many of you would be willing to put in the extra effort to get your work done, even though we didn't have school or mandated assignments. It was really just an enrichment period. And so that's why I called that series Taking the Stairs, because those of you who joined me in enrichment activities put the extra effort in and took the stairs instead of taking an elevator. So now we're going to transition to going the distance, because as of Monday, the 27th of April,
you are expected
to do all the work. So I'm going to continue making the videos like I did before. I just am shifting our focus now, because instead of talking about enrichment activities, we are now doing actual schoolwork. So now that's something that you really need to consider, because we are now back in school as of Monday, April 27th. And Monday is going to be a B day, and then Tuesday is going to be an A day, and we're just going to go on from there, A, B, A, B. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what going the distance is going to mean.
As in, what do I expect of you, English students?
So with this video, I have also attached a Google slide, and in that Google slide you'll find some important information such as how to download and join Microsoft Teams, my email, and the code that you need in order to join Microsoft Teams. And this is a very important step for you to follow. I really need you to look through that Google slide that I've attached and get Microsoft Teams set up at home. And it is important for you to do that because I'm going to start having office hours. And so when we have office hours, that is going to be your opportunity to talk to me directly and ask questions. We had a bit of a bump during the enrichment period where I wasn't really able to communicate with you one-on-one. And so what we are going to start doing is once a week, you can meet with me for an hour, and any questions you have, I will be able to assist you with. And that's why it's really important for you to go through that Google slide and get your Microsoft Teams set up, and also see what time you can meet with me, because my English students have a certain time they can meet with me, and my literature students have a time they can meet with me, and my multimedia production students have a time they can meet with me. So you really need to pay attention to those time frames, because that is going to be your best option for you to get in contact with me, make FaceTime with me, and of course, get your questions answered.
So where are we going from here?
In English, we are going to keep on doing what we've done all year. We are going to start a new unit on grammar, and I will assign you assignments on no red ink. We have been told not to give you too much work to do, so each assignment that I give you for no red ink should not really take you more than 20 minutes. It's not a whole lot of effort on your part. In terms of literature, however, it's going to be a little bit more different. I'm going to take our lessons and split them into two class periods because of the time constraints I have. So on the first class period, you will get a poem to read and an activity to help you understand the poem. And then for the second class period, you are then going to write a poem. So we have 9 class periods left for each subject. So that means that you will read 4 poems, and you will write 4 poems, and then on the 5th A day, which is going to be the odd one out, I'm going to show you how to make a poetry book. So all the poems that we are going to read in literature are going to be connected to the types of poems that you are going to write. You will write 4 poems, and then we'll make a book. And of course, I'll make a video about all of this.
I have some disappointments I'd like to share.
So I said that the Taking the Stairs video series was a social experiment. And my experiment was to see how many of my students would follow me up the stairs. And the answer was, not many. Which of course is incredibly disappointing to me. But now's the time for us to turn things around. Especially those of you who did not get a good grade in the third 9 weeks. If you're in danger of getting a poor grade in my class, then it is absolutely important for you to do the assignments for the next couple of weeks. Because if you are already doing poorly in my class, like getting a D or an F, and you do nothing for the next couple of weeks, I'm not sure you're going to pass my class. So this is really an opportunity for you to show me that you are an active, engaged, and participating member of my class. And when it comes down to promotion or not, I can advocate for you if you have been very participatory in my classes. But for those of you who hung back and did nothing, that's not really going to work for you. So we really need to look into ourselves and say, am I really just going to have a 5-month-long summer break? I hope not. Because especially the things that you're learning in English, you're going to be behind. You're really going to be behind when you get to 7th grade. And so that's what I greatly appreciate about the students who join me on Taking the Stairs, because those students, when they get to 7th grade and they have to write an argument essay, you're going to look back to your time with Mr. Wheeler, and I'm going to say,
you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demiguy.
For those of you who didn't do that, then you really are going to have a tougher time in 7th grade, but that's a bridge you're going to have to cross when you get there. So I hope that you will all take the final leg of our school year seriously, and you will join me in going the distance and finishing the school year strong.
You're welcome.